What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a bootable USB drive that you can use on your Chromebook to dual boot Chrome OS and any operating system of your choice. In order to do this, you're going to need a few things. Alright, the first thing you're going to need is a dev mode enabled Chromebook that supports legacy firmware. I'll leave a link in the description to the Chromebooks that are compatible with legacy firmware. The list is pretty expansive. I highly doubt you have one that isn't, unless it's like super new or super old. Yeah, but you're also going to need an SD card reader or a USB drive of at least 32 gigabytes. That's what I recommend. You might be able to get away with like 16 gigs, but go with 32 on the safe side, and don't cheap out, because the cheaper you get, the more chance there is you're going to brick your device, and the lower transfer speeds you're going to get. So make sure you get something high quality. To enable dev mode, all you have to do is hit escape power refresh and then hit Control D when that insert USB recovery image thing starts up. Just hit Control D and it'll enable. But important disclaimer, this will wipe all the data on your device. So anything that's not saved to your Google account will be wiped. So you may want to do a backup on that USB drive that you bought. Maybe you just plug it in, back up your Chrome files on there, and then you can put them back in whenever you start it back up. But that's what dev mode will do. It will erase everything. If you already have legacy firmware installed, you can skip to this timestamp. Alright, to start off, we're going to load up our Chromebook. Alright, so to enable legacy firmware, we're going to look up Mr. Chromebox. We're going to go down to Getting Started. So, like you can see here, you're going to verify that, hopefully you've already verified that your device is legacy firmware compatible and that you have developer mode. The next thing to do is to get the firmware utility script. Now, the firmware utility script is a simple little script that you run in the Chrome OS terminal or your Linux terminal, whatever you have on your Chromebook. And you just type this simple little command here. So in order to, if you don't have Linux enabled, all you have to do is hit Control-Alt and then press the forward arrow at the top of the keyboard. 2 spaces from the escape button. And then you'll be in your developer console. Now all you have to do here for the login, I'm sure you've probably never set up a login before. If you have, type that in. But if you haven't, all you do is type CHRONOS, Chronos, and boom, you're in. Then all you have to do is type out that command and hit enter. Here's what it looks like whenever you have the code typed out. Make sure that this is an O and not a 0. And then just hit enter. And then we'll run some files, download some stuff, and then a screen should pop up. Alright, so this is the screen that should pop up after everything's run. All you do is hit 1, this install update your legacy firmware. Just hit enter. Yeah, just do Y. You can keep doing it. And then it's going to do it. It's going to update it. Mine's already updated, so it shouldn't take long. Yours might take a little longer. But yeah. Little disclaimer here, this will not run Windows. If you've been doing this to run Windows, then I'm sorry, you're in the wrong spot. If you want me to do that, you can comment down below, and I'll try and make a tutorial for that. But this will run most, if not all, Linux distros, so you should be good. Alright, next up is to install and flash our Linux or whatever operating system you want onto your USB device. Alright, so you're going to want to navigate to the Kali Linux website. Here I'm already on live boot, but I'll show you how to get there if you don't. So navigate to Kali, go to Get Kali, and then just scroll down to the live boot. and then just download the middle image. Please just download the middle image. It's so much easier than the weekly or the everything. Even though the weekly does have those untested developer features, it just struggles a little bit with the partitioning. So just get the middle one, and then the everything is like 13 gigabytes. So it's absolutely ginormous. So just get the middle one and you'll be fine. Okay, so here you can see that I have my Kali Linux file. Now what we're going to do is install a program called Rufus. Rufus is a image flasher that will flash the software onto our USB. So just look up Rufus, click the first link, should be this website right here, and then scroll down until you see standard and portable. You can do either one, and both of them work fine. I saw a YouTube video which said you needed a DD format, which you can only get in the portable version. But I don't think you need the DD, to be honest. So get either one, and I'll show you what to do from there. Okay, so as you can see here, I've downloaded Rufus. What you're just going to do is you're just going to open it up, allow it to make the changes, and then you should have Rufus. And you should also see your drive pop up. If that's not your drive that you want to do, just select the one that you do. Make sure it's the one you want. In this case, mine's only 16 gigabyte because I'm still waiting for some more SD cards to come in. But you probably want more than 16 gigs. So when it says select the image, just go to select that Kali Linux image, and then here's the partition size. So if you were on the if you downloaded the portable version, if you didn't select this persistent partition size, it would allow you to choose DD or ISO, and typically the DD is a little bit faster. I'm not sure if it's because you don't have any partitions or not, but you can still partition it and it'd be fine. I'm not sure what that one video was talking about, but so this is how much storage you'll give Kali Linux or whatever operating system you're using to use. So if you give it 1 gigabyte, it only have 1 gigabyte for your files. If you gave it nothing, then you wouldn't have a persistent USB drive. You wouldn't be able to store any files on that operating system. So like if you downloaded a game, when you reboot it, it wouldn't be there. So you want to give it some. I'd say probably give it about 3/3 maybe of the USB, unless you have some other plans for it. Whatever you partition, you will not be able to use. So just be aware of that. So I'm just going to do this and start it. Oh, okay, so yeah, so if you don't partition it, it'll allow you either way. So yeah, so I'll select 7 just to show you that it works, even if you don't select DD. All right, and all data on the device will be wiped, as you can see there, so just make sure you're aware of that. And click OK. And there you go. It'll start doing it, and you'll be good to go. Okay, so when you boot up your Chromebook, when you're in dev mode, it should look like this. All you have to do to enter the bootloader now is hit Control-L, and then press any numeric key, 1. This is very important. When this pops up, hit Escape. If you let it go too far, it'll enter a screen with like default firmware error, default firmware B. And if you click any of those, it'll give you this like sys Linux error where it can't find like VM Linus or something. You didn't do anything wrong. Just wait till that screen pops up and then hit Escape. If you let it go too far, you just got to restart your system. Not a big deal though, just do that. Okay, so when we're here, we're gonna navigate down to boot menu. You're gonna navigate down to your USB. In my case, it's this one. You're gonna hit enter, and it should boot up. And there you go. So if you're doing Kali Linux, if you wanna do the persistence one, just scroll down, and there you go. You now have your OS system booted. There may be some additional steps for some OS systems that I'm not aware of right now, but in general, this should be fine. It should be intuitive from here. Like my Kali Linux is already booting up right now. So yeah, it shouldn't be any further steps than this. you now have an OS system that you can boot on your Chromebook. And yeah, and then you can go back to Chrome OS at any time. All you have to do is when you're in the OS, just hit refresh and power together at the same time. You're taken back to the Chromebook screen, and all you do is hit Control D. And you'll boot back into Chrome OS. And that's it. That's all you have to do. All right, that was my tutorial. I had so much fun making that. You have no idea. If you had any issues at all, just leave them down in the comments and I'll get like right to them super quick. I want to help everyone. I know this is a niche video and I know a lot of people won't see it, but if it just helps one person out there, that's all I want. And if you want to subscribe, if you want to like, you can. I'm going to try and be consistent and keep making videos because this is actually something I really like now. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. If you want to see me do a different OS system, like if you were doing that and you encountered an error and you just want me to do it, I'm pretty good at figuring out things. So I'll try my best and I'll help you every step of the way that I can. If I did something wrong, let me know. I hope you enjoyed. So yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys later.